Okay, so as in the last video, we have done multiple choice questions from Sin board book. Alright, we did 10 multiple choice questions. In today's video, we're gonna solve multiple choice questions from Punjab board book, Punjab board chemistry book. Alright, so let me read the first question, what it is and what they are asking us about in this question, right? So the nature of positive rays depend on, we have discussed about, the discovery of proton, which was done by Goldstein in the discharge tube, and we have discussed in very detail that em of electron does not depend on anything. However, em or charge to mass ratio or charge by mass ratio of positive rays or proton depends upon the nature of the gas present in it. All right, and we have calculated E by M ratio of gases as well. By that we got that the element or the gas which will be with the lower mass will gonna have higher EM ratio, right? And the higher EM ratio was of hydrogen, since it was having mass lower than every other gas, right? So the nature of positive rays depend on the nature of residual gas, right? Okay, so the velocity of photon is, of course, independent of its wavelength, right? H mu. Okay, so now the wave number of the light emitted by a certain source is 2 into 10 to the power 6 per meter. The wavelength of this light will be, we know that wave number is basically the reciprocal of wavelength, right? Wave number is the reciprocal of wave number. So if we're gonna take the reciprocal of it, we're gonna have 500 nanometer. All right. Now Rutherford's model of an atom failed because, let's read the options. The atom did not have a nucleus and electron. Of course, Rutherford atomic model, or Rutherford was also awarded with the Nobel Prize because he founded a nucleus, right? So this first statement is totally wrong, right? In second, it did not account for the attraction between proton and neutron. Of course, this is right as well, right? So it did not account for the stability of the atom, and we have already discussed that Rutherford atomic model, why was it failed, right? Wait, let me write this here. Rutherford atomic model. Why was it failed? Because of two big reasons, right? Because of two big reasons. The first reason was he couldn't explain the stability of an atom. So couldn't explain stability of an atom. Secondly, he couldn't define or explain the line spectrum, right? Couldn't explain hydrogen spectrum or line spectrum. Hydrogen or line spectrum, right? Okay, so what's the right answer of it? Of course, it did not account for the stability of an atom, right? So Bohr model of an atom is contradictory by, of course, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, in which he said that Heisenberg basically said that any moving body, if that is a moving body, you cannot find the position and you cannot find the speed of that body at a time, right? But Niels Bohr did that. Niels Bohr found the position and the velocity of an electron at a time, but it could not be found, right? So Bohr model was contradicted by Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Now, splitting of spectral lines when atoms are subjected to strong electric field. We have discussed this in very detail as well. We discussed about Zeeman effect and Stark effect, right? Initially, we discussed about Zeeman effect. What was Zeeman effect? When the line passes through the magnetic field, right? This is basically the magnetic field. Magnetic field. It splits into fine line structures. Splits into fine line structures. Fine line structures. These are fine line structures, right? So now we are making this line pass through a electric field. This is basically electric field. And it splits into finite structures as well. This is the fine line structure. So let's see what's the correct answer here. Splitting of spectral lines in the electric field. So of course that is Stark effect. If that would be in the magnetic field, that would be Zeeman effect, but now it is an electric field, so it is a Stark effect. In the ground state of an atom, the electron is present in the nucleus. Of course not. Electron cannot be present in the nucleus. In the second shell, of course not. It must be in the first shell, right? Nearest the nucleus, yes, it can be, right? Furthest from the nucleus, no, it cannot be away from the nucleus, right? So third option is correct. It would be nearest to the nucleus. Now quantum number values for 2p orbitals are, of course this n represents n, means principal quantum number, and p is for the azimuthal quantum number whose value is 1. So n is equal to 2 and l is equal to 1. So this A is the correct option. N is equal to 2, L is equal to 1. Orbitals having same energy are, of course we have discussed this in very detail, degenerated orbitals, right? When 6d orbital is completed, the entering electron goes into, of course we can make here, I can go here and I can find by this, right? I can write here 7s, 7p, 7d and 7f. They are asking after 6d, after 6d. So now this electron is going 4f, 4d, 6p, 7s. But they have asked us about 6d, after 6d. So 5f, 6d, 7p. So this electron will be going to the 7p. Right? So 7p, 3 is the right option. So in today's video we have discussed about, or we have done multiple choice questions from Punjab board. In next video we're gonna solve multiple choice questions from Ecat, and of course we will be going into federal board as well. So this was all for today.